Hey, this is me building and strategizing a $2 million a year business in public. Last month I did 139 grand, and next month I want to hit 167. It's basically a day-by-day breakdown of how I'm doing it. And I structure this so that I start with some Q&A. This is me answering questions that you post on the daily updates videos. Then we do some growth stats where I cover growth over the course of the last 24 hours. And finally, I round it out with some live strategy. And I got a really interesting bit of live strategy today. I'm basically going to be setting up a clipping channel for all of my content. Wish if I could go back in time, I would have explored this a little bit earlier because it seems pretty dope. Okay, so this is the daily updates channel over here. What I'm going to do, like always, is go to my community tab, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and we're just going to start answering questions. I'm going to do maybe about 10 minutes or so on this today. This one from Wretched Murgy is pretty easy. What tablet am I using to scribble? It's just called XP-Pen. You can literally find it right over here. This is a .ca link. They got a nice little green, nice little black, and nice little pink. Looks like the pink is more expensive than the black now. Interesting. Anyway, I recommend pink. It's cool. All right, let's get to the actual first question from David Barry. He says, let's talk numbers game and statistics for outreach. Let's say I have a fairly optimized opening message for LinkedIn or Instagram DMs. How many messages do you think should or would convert to a video call and from there convert to a sale of the product? Thanks, Nick. By the way, if you're ever feeling nice and have some free time, I have a demo video on my YouTube channel of my AI product I'm selling, and I'd love your honest feedback on it. If not, I totally understand. Hope you're doing well. My stoic brother. Thank you very much, David. Much appreciated. So let's run through this. Optimized opening message for LinkedIn or Instagram DMs. How many messages do you think should or would convert to a video call and then from there convert to a sale of a product? Listen, man, this is super, super relative. It's really going to depend on your sales funnel. It's going to depend on the quality of your copy. You're mentioning it's optimized and stuff like that. It's going to depend on the quality of your profile. It's going to depend on everything. Okay. But that said, obviously we can come up with some averages here. People in Maker School and Make Money with Make have been doing this sort of social media based outreach for quite a while. So it varies per platform. And right now Instagram's performing substantially worse than like LinkedIn Connect requests, which is a same strategy, just applied on different platforms. You're going to get somewhere around, depending on if you're offering something free, 5 to 10% reply rate with some of these campaigns if it's super optimized. So let me just run through the math on a high level. If you have a 10% reply rate, assuming that you're sending something like my customized looms, okay? Keep in mind that the vast majority of your messages are going to go into message requests. So that's the tough part here. But you make it so that like if it gets seen, then 10% reply rate. I've seen call booking rates anywhere from 30% to maybe 60% or so. And this is me just spitballing based off of, me seeing a couple of threads in my community, me trying this out a few times for my own clients. Again, really does depend on your offer. So let's just stick really simple numbers wise, 10% reply rate. Let's do, 40% booking rate. And then from here, let's do a 30% close rate. Okay. That's assuming you get on 3.3 calls, 3.5 calls or so, you close one. And I'm assuming you have some templated, super easy, simple intro offer product that you send out. What this means is it's basically 0.1 times 0.4 times 0.3, right? Per proposal. So if we just do the math on this, that's 0.04 times 0.3 is 0.012, which is about 1.2%. So that means if you send, hypothetically, 100 pieces of outreach, you close one deal, approximately. And again, depends on a bunch of things. You can move this reply rate higher if you go omni-channel and you message them across LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, plus email. You knock them on like 10 or 15 platforms. And then this booking rate here, you can make this go higher if you just make it extraordinarily low friction in order to book with you. If you make it super easy, straightforward, and simple, just say yes, and I'll send you a calendar. And then if you also follow up with them, because keep in mind that some people aren't going to show up to said meetings. This close rate, 30%. I'd probably say is in the mid to high end. Some people have abysmal closing rates, and if you're just getting started, this can be a little more difficult. But obviously, the more compelling your offer is, the more risk mitigation you have, the simpler and more straightforward it is for you to actually carry out the promise that you're making in that intro offer, the higher the close rate will be. So maybe 1% or so, 1 to 1.5% on average. And then if you make this all better, maybe you'll go up to like a 2%. Meaning you can send, between 50 to 100 pieces of outreach and close one deal. Hopefully that makes some sense. Another really interesting thing, which I love doing, is what does this mean? Okay, 100 pieces of outreach, you close one deal. Well, let's say your deal on average earns you $5,000. Okay, if you send 100 pieces of outreach, that means that every time you send a piece of outreach, in essence, you make $50. People don't frame it like this. But if you just average it out across the number of applications or the number of pieces of outreach and the number of Loom videos or whatever you're doing, you actually make a little bit of money every time you do it. So this can be useful to help avoid the issue where you don't really get any feedback until you make a win. I see a lot of beginners here being like, I feel like I'm just throwing the stuff out into the void. And it's like, yeah, you are right now. But the second that you get a win, every proposal or every Loom video or everything that you do essentially earns you some amount of revenue theoretically. And if you just frame it that way, if you frame it as every time I pick up the phone and dial, I'm making $100. Every time I record a video, I'm making $50. If you think about it that way, that can be kind of like a little mental hack that keeps you going when the going is tough. Okay, compare ads versus cold email. I got no money to test. That is way by Hyperhuman2X. Is that you, IRL? Nice, dude. Workout tips? Yeah, cold email is better than ads for most purposes, I would say, if your goal is a service business. So if your goal is a service business and you're trying to book meetings in order to get somebody in like a sales funnel or whatever, cold email is the way to go. Ads obviously wins B2C because you can't really run like a B2C cold email campaign unless you have a list. So yeah, like cold email is still at the point where like, your cost per acquisition here for a meeting might literally still be like $10 or so. And, think about it. If you use the same approach that I showed you guys earlier, and maybe 1 in every 3 meetings turns out to be a client, then that basically means that you're getting like $30 customer acquisition cost, CAC. $30 to acquire a customer, and then the customer pays you like $5,000. Dude, look at that. That's 30 over 5,000. If you just do the math on that, that's like 0.6% of the margin that you are spending on acquiring the customer. Almost unheard of. Now, some platforms are going to charge way more money. Some approaches are going to be less effective. So just keep all that in mind. But this is the way that I frame it. Equivalent thing for ads on like a B2B offer might be like 2 to 3x right now. I will say cold email used to be even better than it is now. We're sort of on like the downswing just because the space is getting saturated. But the downswing is still like 2 to 3 times better than ads right now. Maybe even more so for specific offers. So if you aren't already sending cold emails, get on it now because offers like this don't really exist forever. Opportunities like this are pretty transient and ephemeral in nature. Tyrese4629 says, hey, Nick, this may sound silly, but how do you run a business through their own pipeline to understand the bottlenecks? You do your own research and then come and explain, or do they explain it to you? Thank you. Just joined Maker School too. Hell yeah, Tyrese. Dude, great seeing you. Have you made a welcome post yet? You may have. We've had a lot of new entrants. We actually just crossed 1.4K in Maker School. So if you haven't already made your welcome post, let me know. We're happy to jump on there. Good seeing you. So I ask them, yeah. I do this on like on disco call. It's called basically the first contact with the client. Jesus, this is really getting all over the place. Is you have your lead gen here, and so I don't know. This might be like Upwork. This might be like cold email. This might be I don't know, organic social if that's what you're doing, which I don't recommend. Okay, these are just your lead gen methods, and basically what they do is they all funnel into the same thing. These all funnel into a disco call. Disco stands for discovery. It's during this disco call that I ask questions like, why did you respond to me? You could have responded to anybody. So why are we talking right now? Well, what is it about my outreach that made you want to like actually jump on a call? What's the customer journey? So where's the first touch point with your business? And where's the last touch point with your business? Run me through everything. Do they see you through ads? Do they see you through a cold email? Do they see you through a referral email? Do they see you through a phone call? Like, where's all this stuff happening? Have you tried fixing this before? Right? Previous fixes. You ask stuff like, yeah, so, have you tried fixing this before? Is this the first time you're tackling this? But when they say no, they're like, no, we actually hired a freelancer 2 months ago and that didn't work because of this reason here. Well, now you basically have everything you need in order to make that deal happen, right? Like they've just given you the keys to their kingdom. And that's where you basically run through your consultative sales. So, do enough research to know kind of like the way that most of these businesses operate, but you could do that in like a 5-second ChatGPT query, like, describe the average customer journey for a local HVAC business. Where are they meeting? Where is first contact? What happens next? etc. Like you literally just ask, ChatGPT 4.5, and they'll walk you through the 80, 20, 80th percentile. Once you're done with that, you can, jump on and actually ask the person a question, and you can make it seem as if you know your stuff. You've talked to a lot of other people. The bar is very low right now. Okay, Rohit says, hey Nick, thanks for all these videos, super helpful. What are your thoughts on implementing finance and accounting automation solutions for businesses such as manual time-consuming bookkeeping tasks, disorganized financial records, and reporting? I know a lot of companies use QuickBooks, Xero, and on your other channel, you have a video where you create a Looker dashboard for finance-related data. Are there any known limitations of trying to build and sell such financial automations? Financial data is sensitive info, with companies, so there might be data security concerns. I've not done much research, but I'm assuming that not all financial accounting or reporting tools are perfect, and there's a gap that can be fulfilled by automation. Thank you very much. Yeah, for sure. You can definitely automate the hell out of finance and accounting and whatnot. If you're talking about like building out a specific financial security, a financial product or something, yeah, there are regulations that you have to go through. There is a body of regulations, and I don't remember the name, in the United States, when you create like a financial technology product. So if you wanted to create like a product and then market it, then yeah, you do, you have onus. The onus is on you to like deal with all like the financial data and I don't know. I think you might have to do a little bit of obfuscation. As you could tell, I don't really do this for a living. I don't like working with highly regulated or scary sounding industries. Like I don't work with medical, and I typically don't work with financial companies as well, specifically because I don't like having to deal with all this shit. So I just work with like the B2B agency space where none of that's a problem. And it's like kind of cowboy wild west. It's like, yo, can you make me 20 G's? And I'm like, hell yeah, I can, brother. And then they just, send me over the funds. So there are some known limitations. I personally, and I'm not a lawyer, this is not legal advice, when I'm working with a company that wants to implement some financial automations, I just wouldn't talk about it unless it's a big deal for them. If they care about this stuff, the onus is on them as a company that runs financial stuff for their clients, right? So, like, it's their due diligence. It's not your due diligence, it's their due diligence. So if they're not talking about it with you, I wouldn't sweat it. Again, I'm not trying to give you legal advice here, so take all this with a grain of salt. Just my own 2 cents. And then you are right that not all financial accounting reporting tools are perfect. They're pretty trash, honestly. A lot of them are trash anyway. Now, you shouldn't try competing with QuickBooks or Xero for sure, but you can fill some like nuanced gaps, right? Like, I don't know. You could run some sort of ChatGPT analysis on QuickBooks or Xero exports once a month and have it tell you like large expenditures or if there are any transactions that seem strange or something like that. And like that might actually be valuable to a business that is very low margin but very high revenue. Okay. You could actually have it do like a pretty sizable chunk of your accounting, to be honest. You feed over your charter of accounts, and then you feed over a big list of transactions that have yet to be categorized, and it can actually go and it can categorize the vast majority of the transactions for you automatically. I've done variants of all of those systems, so hopefully that makes sense. Gives you some more context, and yeah. Oh, and then looks like we got a major win. Okay, I'm not actually going to do this just because I have to get going, but I will answer Mahmood's question the other day. Congratulations, you joined Maker School for just a month and then you landed 2 clients for your B2B cold outreach agency. Let that be a testament to the power of daily accountability. Anybody that wants to get their first few clients ASAP, join Maker School. I'm more than happy to help you do it. All right, let us jump over to brand stats and let's see how much growth we've accrued in the last 24 hours. I'm just going to drag this March the 26th, make that March the 27th. Then we'll go to my daily updates channel first, which is 2156. Ooh, look at that sweet, juicy ad revenue. 2156, paste that in there. My main channel, it's right over here, is a 62,643. That's gone up by 206. And then my Instagram, I think this is big. I think we might be up to 59K now. Oh my God, we're just under 60K. if I wait until it updates, what do you guys think is going to happen? Do you think we're going to get another follower? Okay. So listen, can we just say 60K? Can we just, no, I'm not going to do it. 59,985. Pretty good. Pretty good. Maybe by the end of the video, we'll be at 60K. Who knows? That's pretty sweet, man. We are so utterly close to Instagram being a larger, not pound for pound revenue provider of revenue and source of my money, but pound for pound, like follower for follower. Dude, I had Dave Asprey the other day, who has 1.2 million followers on Instagram, opt into my offer. This is the kind of the guy that popularized the blue blocking lights. He's like super big on longevity and stuff like that. And he founded this thing called Bulletproof Coffee. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. So he's super cool and kind of funky and out there, but whatever. People really like him. And yeah, he just joined well, he didn't join, but he asked for an asset from me the other day. You know what else happened? We had Ty Lopez's team reach out for a second time and be like, hey, Nick, we really want you to get on board and do a community coaching call. And they're all just reaching out to me on Instagram. Nobody's doing anything through YouTube, right? Because you can't really DM somebody on YouTube. So goes to show how powerful some of that stuff can be just for brand awareness purposes. Now, the reason why I cut the Q&A a few minutes short here, normally I do at least 15 minutes, is because I wanted to chat about my daily strategy for today, what I'm going to be doing. And what I'm going to be doing on the note about Instagram is I'm going to be setting up a WAP community, WAP being this new kid hot off the block that's kind of like school. They're definitely competing with them right now. But they have this really interesting feature called creator rewards. And so these guys have basically created ads for organic content, which I know sounds kind of weird, but hear me out here. When you launch an ad campaign, pay-per-click anyway, for your business, you typically pay in two ways. You do a cost per click, three ways: cost per click, you do a cost per result, or you do what's called a cost per mil, or cost per CPM, cost per 1,000 views. So a lot of people prefer cost per click, cost per result, because obviously it's much more predictable and more straight in line with your revenue, right? But cost per mil, a lot of people do for like brand awareness, just because they want to reach as many people as humanly possible. So what WAP did with this creator rewards program is they created bounties, where what you do is, as a creator, you say, hey guys, I want people to clip and post my content on their channels. Then I will pay you per 1,000 views of that content on your channel. So my CPM might be $1. If you create and edit and then post a piece of content to your channel, and then it gets 1,000 views, I will pay you $1, right? In this way, we've abstracted away all of the difficulty and complexity in managing an influencer campaign. And it's handled entirely, not influencer campaign, clipping campaign, and it's just handled entirely for you. Now, initially, I've had this talked about like a bunch. I've actually had a few of you guys, and I'm sure some of you guys are like, what the hell, Nick? I told you about this like a month ago. Recommend that I check this out. But now that I have more time, because I have a whole team creating content for me, and I don't just have to sit down and like make content for 3 or 4 hours a day, I can actually, my clients have been way happier from my automation agency because I've been focusing on them. A lot of the people with like outstanding invoices and stuff are happier because I've actually like paid them. Followed up with a bunch of people that I'm meaning to follow up. I've had like a couple of really interesting calls. Like this has actually been pretty great so far. But because I have the time, I'm now realizing, man, what a great opportunity. I'm going to have these creators or these short form editors basically test out a bunch of styles for me. They're going to go and have different text styles. They're going to go and clip different sections of my content. They're going to go and do all the stuff. Now I only need to pay the ones that like actually take off and that are like high quality. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm basically just going to set up my creator rewards program. I watched a short video by the guy, Brett Malinowski, I believe his name is. I've watched a bunch of his content, really cool guy. I think we think similarly. So I'm going to try and connect with him at some point. And he basically runs like the marketing at WAP now with his creator rewards program, I think. So I watched a couple of his videos on how to set this up, and I'm just gonna go ahead and set it up, and that's what I'm gonna be doing today. So it's gonna be pretty fun, pretty stoked about it, and yeah, it's on my to-do list. So let's get it going. So this is what the WAP platform looks like. Nothing magical here. It's kind of a cool UX, honestly. They are super on point, and they invite you to one-to-one onboarding calls. These guys have been trying to sell me on their shit for months now, man. I get DMs once a week from somebody on the WAP team being like, yo, Nick, we really want you on WAP, dude. We're going to transition all your clients over. It's going to be super easy. So they're hungry. You know what I mean? I think they raised some money. Fundraising. Yeah, 17 mil plus, I think another like 10 mil or something like that, right? So they have a lot of money. Oh, and it looks like they just raised another 17 mil like a few days ago. Very cool. But basically the way this works is you press C to create, okay? then you can create a community. You can create a bounty. You can create a content reward. You can create a bunch of stuff here. So what I'm doing is I actually don't know how this UX works. Okay. So I've created a community here called Nick Saraev Clipping. Okay. If I go to Manage WAP, this is what it looks like. Nick Saraev Clipping is the name of my channel. The headline is Earn $1 per 1,000 views clipping Nick Saraev's content. I don't know for sure if I'm going to do the $1 per 1,000 views. I'm going to play around with it. My content's probably a little bit harder to go viral, so I might pay people more money. But the description is create high quality clips, post on social media, get paid. Of Nick Saraev's content, post on social media, and get paid. So that's all I've done. This is the only thing I've actually done so far. I did it, and then I was like, oh shit, I should probably record me doing this. Choose call to action. So I'm just going to go through and fill out everything. In my experience, when you fill out everything, it's like a very little bit of marginal time that you spend to improve your visibility on search algos, because usually WAP and Upwork and all these other platforms are incentivized to rank people that spend more time, make them higher. But like, yeah, so people are so lazy these days, they don't even fill out stuff like this. So let me do this. Let's see. Subscribe. We'll just go youtube.com/Nick Saraev. Cool. Checkout. I don't really have anything like that. Visibility. Do I want to make it visible? Yes. Enable pop-up promotion. Give a limited time discount to users who demonstrate exit intent. Then discover page. WAP will take a 30% fee on all sales driven through the discover page. That's fine. Whatever. So I'll do that later. I can't do it yet. I need to finish the onboarding. Cool. So I just saved this. We've now updated my title and stuff. That's cool. So what else do I have to do in order to onboard? I need to add a logo. So I need to create a logo. So I'm going to do that in Canva in a moment. Add gallery images. I'm going to do a gallery image. Maybe we'll do a video. I don't know. Add app, set WAP to visible, add available pricing option, add benefit. You must add at least one benefit to one of your WAP's pricing options. Make money doing what you love. Let's add that as a benefit. Is that it? No other benefits? Oh, I guess I'm going to manage pricing. Create pricing, free. Instant access, so any of the clipping creators can join my community. Nope. Ooh, that is a very interesting sound. Cool. So now it's free. It's set up. Nice. And then I think that's it. I now just need to add a logo. So I'm add a logo. So in order for me to do this, I'm just going to go on Canva. I'm going to grab one of my images that one of my things. I might even just go to like maker schools and then just repurpose this. Yeah, I think I'm just going to repurpose this. This seems neat. I got nice hair in here too. Make $1 per 1,000. 1,000 views. Make $1 per 1,000 views. Nick Saraev clipping. Let's do that. Move this over here. Creator. No. A WAP creator rewards program. I can't really do creator rewards program. Let's do that. Let's go all the way down here. Maybe I'll just actually move this here. Then I'll paste this, move this over here. Then I'll just make this a little bit smaller like that. Then I'm just going to move this text a bit. I feel like this is not entirely aligned. Seems weird to me. Okay, so actually I'm just going to remove clipping because I think that looks dumb. Creator rewards. Maybe I should just go Nick Saraev. Yeah, it's probably better. Let me go to the line height now and just decrease this. As you can see, I don't really care about making this perfect. I just want to get this up and running quickly. I guess I have Nick Saraev right over here, so I don't really need that. Make $1 per 1,000 views. This is me, create awards. Okay, you know what? Screw this. Nice. Cool, so now I'm going to go share and I'll go download. And I'm going to do current page, which is this one, page 2. That should allow me to download the specific image. That's Maker School. So where is the WAP? Community. Get me on that WAP community. Okay, we're going to add a logo right here. Oh, is that logo? Oh, geez. Is this like just a little square? Shit, man, that's a little square. Fuck. Okay, well, never mind. I probably should have looked at that. What I'm going to do is I'll just add that as a gallery image as well. Yeah, that looks good. A video to maximize store page conversion. So I should probably upload a video. I'm probably just going to add a picture of myself then. That's what I'm going to do. So I got a ton of images of me looking really cringy and young. Let's not talk about me holding barrels shirtless. That's a hell of a throwback. Okay, previous 30 days? No. Where am I going to find this stuff? Dun, 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 dun. It's probably somewhere. Nope. Look at this. Look how clean this photo is, man. I'm going to use this one probably. That looks nice. I look pretty ripped in that one. More ripped than the other pic anyway. Okay. Awesome. So this is that. That's the title. Nobody joined my WAP yet. This is the chat. So I think I should configure some of these apps. So what's popping? Configure chat. Everyone. Okay. Everyone. Block URLs? No. That's fine. Block media? No. User cooldown? 5 seconds? No. Banned words? Webhooks? No. Oh, that might actually be pretty cool. You can have webhooks, eh? There might be some other app that I need to add. I was watching a course on this. I just don't remember where it is. Let me see his WAP. I think it's like content rewards program or something. I don't know where this is. This might be it. Content rewards elite. No. Content rewards. Is this one right here? What I like about WAP is they will show you how to use WAP using a WAP. So I need to go to this content rewards course here. I need to watch this video. I'm not just going to play a video while you guys watch a video. Don't worry. He just has some apps. Okay, announcements, courses, and then chat. Okay, and then content rewards, obviously. All right. So I need to add another app here called Content Reward. How did he do this? Oh, geez. I need to have this open side by side. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's turn that off. Okay. WGMI podcast clipping. So I'm just going to Nick Saraev clipping then, right? That seems pretty simple. So let's just do that. Nick Saraev. Add an app. Content reward. Nick Saraev clipping. Content type is clipping. Category, I'm probably an influencer, right? There is no influencer, so it's just creator now. They've changed it since then, obviously. Total budget, let's start with $1,000. End date. Okay. Well, let's run this for, let's do a week. Let's spend $1,000 in a week. That sounds fun. I'm going to have to pay $1 per 1,000 views. Max payout. What did he do? $2. So he did 2. Okay. I'm just going to do 1. Screw it. Let's just see what happens. Max payout per submission. He does 2. So $2 per 1,000 for him. So I'm going to do $500. And then what did he do for platforms? He did 3. This is what I call cowboy marketing right here. I've spent a grand total of 10 minutes looking into this. And I'm going to be putting some money down. Okay, so we have some asset links here. So what I want is to start, I want to clip a podcast. So let's go Riverside, Nick and Jack. Let's do this. So we're going to get that clip for sure. Then I'm going to add another one. I don't remember. Might be this one here. Let's see if there's another video or it's the same one. Yeah, this is like my OG one. Okay, so we're going to have 2, okay? So we're going to start with just 2. Boom, done. Okay, so clip must be at least 15 seconds long. Must watermark with @Saraev on YouTube. Must contain a link to @Saraev YouTube in the bio somewhere. That looks pretty simple. I think we're probably just going to roll with that. I need some sort of tutorial. I don't know what he did as a tutorial. I don't really want to upload like a whole guide, you know? Seems like it'd be a lot of work. But I could just see what he's doing, couldn't I? Let's do that. Okay, let's view this guy's stuff. Let's go to Created WAPs and go WGMI podcast clipping right over here. Let's just join. First one to join. What? Oh, this is his testing one, I guess. My bad. Sorry. My bad, bro. Where the hell is this, man? Okay, I don't know how to get to Brett Malinowski's thing. My understanding of this user interface is understandably very poor. There you go. Okay, maybe it's over here. WGMI Academy. He might have renamed this. I don't know. Wow, you can see how much money a guy makes on this? That's sick, dude. That's really cool. Well, I'm not seeing any clipping channel. Oh, yeah, this is probably the one. Right, my bad, my bad. This is the real one. He has 2. One was just for a demo. Nope, never mind. Maybe both of them are broken. Okay, there are some people in here, which is nice. So I'm going to give it a click. Get me in, get me in. That's a cool gallery photo, huh? Bunch of people talking about how it's dead. So they're probably trying to like sell him on stuff. That's fine, whatever, I don't care. So I go to content rewards. How do I do this? How do I see how he set this up? Announcements, maybe? Or do I just go to the content rewards program page, top level? Is there no introduction? You ever like, okay, here we go. Here it is. Yeah, that seems pretty low effort, man. Not even grammatically correct. All right, well, whatever. Anyway, I think mine's already going to be better, to be real, and I don't really think I need a tutorial, so fuck it. Let's just roll with it. Click continue. Looks good. Got the content rewards app up. I don't really know if I want a course. Announcements. Announcements. Okay, they must have changed their thing because I don't have this anymore. I like bounty. That sounds pretty fun. I've tried to do bounties myself. We'll just go bounty. I don't have a bounty yet, so I guess I just do this. Yeah, okay. Never mind. Never mind. We'll just do these 2. That sounds good. All right. Now that I'm done with that, not available on Discover, I'm going to apply for Discover. Category business. Apply. Okay, and I'm going to have to set up my bank account and actually do said clipping. Guess I need to set up a payment account. That's kind of annoying. If it asks me to do a bunch of fun stuff, I'm obviously not going to do on video because I'm going to have to get my bank accounts and shit. Yes, okay. It is going to ask me to do that, so I'll call it here. But yeah, I'm just going to set up a clips thing. I'm going to post it. I'm going to apply for Discover. And one more thing. I've had a lot of people, I think Cole is his name, that are like high up on WAP, or they're the founders of WAP. They've reached out to me. So I'm just going to let them know that, hey, you know, thanks so much for reaching out. I just take a look at the content rewards thing. I think it's a really good idea. So I just signed up. It says I've applied for the Discover program, ? Like any way I can expedite that process, and we'll see what happens. So yeah, I think that's going to be pretty sweet. And then I'm just so stoked on having a little bit more time to be able to focus on the things that matter to me, honestly. Feels like I really have done the archetypal trap that most founders do of working in the business, not on the business. So being able to do it live has been pretty fun. I will see all y'all tomorrow. And if you have any questions, drop them down below. Check out Maker School, makemoneywithmake.com. Like, subscribe to all the fun YouTube stuff. Catch y'all tomorrow.